Well, hello, my lovelies, and welcome to tonight's video of Titanic. Sadly, this video is pre-recorded because I'll go into details why, but we wasn't able to do a video yesterday, so this will now form the 10 p.m. Video because I really wanted to get a little bit more done on this rather than skip a week and it drag on. You know, the sooner we can finish this, the better, really, because then after this painting I have to work backwards, so I have to go right the way back to the Dalmatian that I did and go for all the ones that need finishing, because all the new ones are going on to the other channel, you see. So yeah, let's crack on. So what a day, what a difference a day makes, 24 little hours. Every time I say that, it makes me think of that song. So yeah, it was a busy day. Let's go into Thursday. So yeah, I think I got up, done my usual stuff, normal routine, and then I went to Whittam because one of my fan home packages was there. If you remember, previously I said a couple of fan home packages came, so, and it was the Iron Man, so I'm very happy with that. The speaker is gorgeous. You won't believe how big it is, but obviously that's going to be quite some time before you see that, because I can't even remember the last issue I filmed, but I've got quite a stack full in my yellow binder to get through. So yeah, and yeah, done my usual thing, and then normally when my mum goes to work, which is around about 11 o'clock till 1 o'clock, and then she goes to work again in the evening till 10, I will, you know, catch up on some YouTube videos, because you can't really watch things when she's there, because she's always like, can you be quiet, I'm trying to watch the TV, and it's like, right, so watch some of that, and then after that I think I had lunch, and then I decided to do a spot of diamond painting on my flower, because I've been working a little bit more on my flower, and then it got to sort, I think it was like 2:30 or 3:30, so I thought, right, I better go, because I need to, you know, get the filming done for whatever Thursday, I think it was Titanic, and you know, normally I have to leave about 4 or 5-ish to get back, because I don't want to get in and dive straight into the video. I need that sort of chill period, you know, cup of tea, just to sit down, because no one likes travelling, let's be honest. You might, I don't. And then just as I was about to leave, my brother turned up with his stepnephew, so his stepson, which is Tommy, and I thought, oh great, do I go home or do I, you know, stay the night and catch up? And I thought, you know what, we don't see him much, because obviously now he's moved in with his partner, he's always over there, we hardly ever see him anymore. And yeah, just turned up out of the blue, and I thought, right, do you know what, filming can wait, I'm going to take tonight off from doing lives, and I'll, you know, catch up and see him. So obviously Tommy came round, which is his stepson, because obviously his partner, his girlfriend, has had a previous relationship, so obviously her kid is with someone else, but obviously he's no longer, I don't know whether they split up or what happened, but he hasn't been around ever since Tommy was born, so I don't know the ins and outs of that. But so yeah, he sort of took up George, who is my brother. He sort of took over the stepdad role, so obviously that technically makes me a step uncle to Tommy. So yeah, he came round, and then obviously, as you know, I'm now an uncle because my brother's having a kid with Vicky, and obviously, you know, I've got to take on the uncle role and the brother role now. So so yeah, so Tommy came round for about, well, they both came round. He came on his own, because normally when George comes over, he's with Bobby, which is Tommy's brother, and obviously Vicky's sister. But yeah, it was just him and Tommy, and stayed for like a couple of hours, and then obviously, well, Tommy wanted to play football with me, so I played a little bit of football with him, And then, yeah, they sort of went, and by the time they went, it must have been, what, I think it was like 3-4 o'clock, and the heat was getting unbearable, and I thought, do you know what, I really can't be asked to travel now, because no one likes travelling when it's rush hour, and 4 o'clock, sort of 4 or 5 o'clock on the Braintree line is quite horrendous, because you'll never get a seat. And I've recently discovered the new trains, Bombardier or Stadler, obviously some of them are too long for the platforms, especially like Braintree Freeport. You have to walk through the train to get off. So I've recently discovered, it wasn't until the other day, but I've noticed that when you look on the screen that tells you what the next station is on the actual train, there's a section which shows you all the seats, and it goes, this carriage is full. So there must be a camera detection system that tells the driver that there's all seats full. But obviously what amazes me is how the driver knows when to depart, because obviously if you've got to walk through the train, then obviously he's got to allow you time to get through, to get off. So they must have cameras that are linked up to their, cab or whatever. But they're really good. A lot of trains have them. They tell you exactly how many seats are there. So yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah, I thought, right, after that I was going to go up the shop, and I only really fancy getting a pizza, but you know what it's like, you go in and come out with something completely different to what you wanted. And I found these squashies, and they were rhubarb and custard, so I thought, well, I'll do a quick little, short video, and, because I like to share videos of new products and stuff, that are out available to eat. And they are absolutely delicious. So they were like £1. So, yeah, I thought I'd have some of them. By the way, I still haven't found that bee colour. Obviously, this is the first time I've got it out since last week. So, yeah. So we'll do that another time. But yeah, just for anyone that hasn't watched the video, sometimes you'll miss the live videos and you catch up with it later. But I have now found the missing pack for the Bismarck, and it was sitting at the side of me the whole time underneath a piece of paper. So yeah, I knew it was around here somewhere. I pulled all my bed out trying to find it, because obviously under my bed I have like storage boxes for like parts waiting to be assembled. And then I looked all through the front room. It weren't in the front room. Yeah, tipped all the kitchen drawers out to try and find it, and then it weren't there. And then yeah, it's only until I got the little tray rack thing out that holds these jewels in that I found it, and I was like, yes, I found it. So yeah, we can now get full. Obviously we won't be able to do that this week, because obviously I don't want to film on the weekends anymore. It's far too much doing it all through the week and at the weekend. The weekend completely off. Obviously that's when I used to do the pre-records, but now that we tend to do everything live, yeah, the weekend is my no filming zone. I mean, it's just too much, all through the week and at the weekend. I mean, obviously I've got lots of content, but every YouTuber needs, some day off through the week of doing it. Plus, obviously, I've got to get some of the new painting started on the sister channel. I've still got to get through that decorating cup thing. The other thing is the science theme things. I know I said there'll be a couple of more extra things. There's probably not now, because obviously it's now almost the end of May. We got, ran out of time sort of. But I may do 1 or 2 next week. That's a big May. And then obviously earlier I was watching World of Wayne, and yeah, that Lamborghini, I'm telling you now, I've never worked on a build that has a switch in the front door. I don't recall, and it looks the bomb.com, as my friend says. The bomb.com is basically, good, really good. And yeah, I'm really, really excited for that. I'm going to be ordering it next week. So yeah, I mean, that is a build I'm going to have to... I nearly almost bit my tongue on it because I was like, I really don't have the budget for this. But the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to have to take that on, I will have to pause. It could be that I have to pause the... what do we call it? The American Cars. So, yeah. Something's really drawing me to that build, but that's the great thing with the Agostini. You can pause it and reactivate as... That's how I do all my collections. If I like something and I don't have the budget for it, I'll just shuffle the budget, you know, the collections round a bit. So, for example, that's why you're not seeing Iron Man at the moment, because the Iron Man budget is on the Eddie Stobart. So, yeah. But yeah, it's... the yellow reminds me of Bumblebee from Terminator. From Transformers, you know, Bumblebee. And yeah, just looking at it is, it looks beautiful. I'm quite also torn to the, you know, the is it the Ford Porsche or something, 911 Carrera by Steve McQueen. I really like that, but problem is, well, I did do a different version, which was the Ford, and that was with model space. The problem we've got is, obviously, it's not giving me that much, yeah, I want it, you know? There's something about that vehicle that I'm just half want it, half don't, you know? And then, obviously, we go into summer, and summer's quite packed, because I've got Shelby coming back, the Super Snake, I've got... a few... I've been filming my summer paintings since March, so obviously when June hits you'll start to see the summer paintings. So yeah, it's been pretty busy, I should imagine, but I'm looking forward to having the weekends just like chilling, you know. So yeah, so originally this weren't going to be a double, and then I thought, well, do you know what, we've got a few spare hours before I go live with Titanic 12. Why not get this out of the way, do it as a pre-record, and then that way we don't miss a week. So then obviously today I done the usual morning routine as you do, and then I went to Whittam again because I had the... No, I didn't. Rewind. Because I didn't come home yesterday. So I stayed there last night, and then I got up. I had a lovely lie-in. For once, everyone went to work, and I was the only one left in the house. So I was like, yes! Because normally like, when everyone's there, it's all like... It's like a railway station. Like, everyone's talking, can't get no peace and quiet. And, yeah, I got up about, I think it was like 11. So, normally, as I said, when I'm off, I normally stay up really late, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, just to try and get videos down that I need to watch. Because I know a couple of you have said, have you seen my video yet? And I will get to it. It's just as and when I can. And then just as you think you've cleared some, you get swamped with more, and it's like, why? And then obviously I watched episode 2 of series 6 of Peaky Blinders. So I'm almost finished on that. And then, did you know the actor that plays Polly Gray, I think her name's Helen McCrory or McCoy or something like that, she sadly died. So yeah, I can't believe that. So obviously, the problem is that obviously had a knock-on effect with the future episodes of the series, because obviously she was one of like the main characters. Obviously the main character is Thomas Shelby, but so yeah, it was a fun-filled day, seeing Tommy, and my sister, I think, she had an interview because she's getting a bit fed up with working, because there's not many, she works in retail, so obviously there's not much sales coming through the door. And she said the other day that they opened the shop at like 9 till 10. 10 till 5 at night. And they made one sale, which was 10 quid. So she's getting a little bit fed up with, you know, just not many customers coming through the door. Because obviously it's a very expensive shop that she works in. Obviously, GDPR, I'm not going to say where she works, because it's, you know, it's not my place to, and it's personal. So yeah, she had an interview on Zoom, and then I think she went out somewhere. That's the other thing, yeah. We were giving Tommy his late birthday present because he's just turned 3. So he opened it and he loves squashies. You know, the little squashy sweets and the Milky Bar buttons? And he loves pound coins. So, but to me, because obviously it's a bit strange because technically I'm his step uncle, but I feel like I shouldn't buy him something because he's not really like part of my family, if you get me. It's like a step nephew. I know that sounds like really, I don't know really, but I know that sounds a bit strange, but I just, you know, if it was part of my family, then yeah, fair enough, but I don't know, maybe I'll get him something. It just don't feel right because it's not really, you know, he's my step nephew, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. So this is going to be a little bit strange now because we've got this bee colour cropping up. Still haven't found this, which I will do a hunt for. I have so many things, you know, pots and drills and cases everywhere. I mean, these blister packs, I used to take them all out, the parts, but then all the parts started to get missing, and I thought, right, keep them in the packs until we assemble them, that way I can't lose them. I normally put them on my windowsill, and I take them all out the packs and, you know, put a sticker there saying what build and what stage it's for. And that, you know, gets rid of the blister packs, but then you have to move things because obviously surveyors want to come in and do checks and whatever, because they're replacing this window that's been 2 years in the making and still ain't been done. So obviously I had to move all that, but yeah, I'm pleased I found it because we can really now move that on. So yeah, normally if I've stepped away from a build, it's because 1, it needs replaced, 2, I've lost the parts, or 3, I just can't fit it in the schedule. But I'm pleased to report, so I think it was yesterday, I went up to the newsagents and I explained the situation about Eddie, and she said, oh, we can swap it over for you. But the problem is, I said, well, I've already, you know, I didn't notice it until the very last minute, and I said, can I back order one? And she said what they might be able to do is just send the parts without the magazine again, which it's very unlikely because they'll come in with the magazine. But yeah, they're going to ring them up and see what they say. So next week when I'm there, hopefully we'll have it. But I've already got issue 34 to do. So if that fan... Yeah, what I'm thinking is that fan might sit there. If we can fit that there, that's great. As a rule, I don't like to, you know, go on past a part that needs replacing. But if we put that there, I can easily get to that. It's just unscrewing it here and taking that off. So we may be able to still work around that. But yeah. So it could be Tuesday. Now that we've found that pack, it could be that we do Bismarck and then American Cars as a pre-record at 10. Because especially like figure builds, I don't tend to hard schedule them because we're now sort of getting into, you know, a regular schedule rather than all over the place. So I'll try and fit it in as when I can. It's finding the time. Because we got too much. The problem is there's too much on the schedule. There's not enough days in the week for me. And I really don't want to do doubles every time. Because it's a lot of, you know, put this down, change it all, get it set up for the next thing, you know. But maybe one, like today, I really wanted to get some of this done. So, yeah. I did reschedule it for the 17th, but that will now be the stream after this. So, yeah. So sometimes there are pre-records done. And I do obviously have some backups in case we need to change the schedule. But problem is with the backup I currently have is it wouldn't make sense. I've spoke about this before. Because obviously the backup is a diamond painting. So if I launch that after the sunflower, it's not going to make sense. Because you'll see why it don't make sense when you see it. But yeah. Which reminds me, I need to get back on that sunflower. Thing is, I do so many things. It's hard to... I do laugh at this, but I don't know if you've noticed, but with me, I buy a painting and I think, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. And then what happens is, the week after that, I find another painting that I like. So then I put this one away and kit that one up. And then obviously this gets pushed back. But what I'm trying to do now is to try and not do that. I haven't bought any online ones from Amazon for a while. The only ones I've sort of bought is the Works. And the latest two was obviously London Bridge. Keep saying that wrong. It's not London Bridge. Big Ben. And obviously the double decker. Because eventually these will be slowly phased out. So obviously the idea is that, you know, these will stay on here for a while, and then what you'll notice is in the playlist I will start to phase them out and migrate them over to the sister channel, because I want to try and keep this channel, you know, on Partworks. So if I do the Lamborghini, that will be on the channel that's Partworks with Mike, or Scale Models with Mike, something or other called that. I think it's Scale Models with Mike. So, yeah. Because this channel is about a little bit of everything. So, I'm trying to keep everything, you know, under one thing. So, like, you've got paintings under one channel, Partworks under a different channel. You get me? You got me, yeah man! Oh, I love Patrick Rudolph. Patrick Rudolph, that sounds really wow. Rudolph Walker, who plays Patrick in EastEnders, he always goes, yeah man! I do like that guy, he's a brilliant guy. Just realised I've missed some D off, so I'll just get that corrected. So, yeah. This one's going to be a little short one tonight, because obviously I think I've took this line over a bit. Yeah, I've done it a little bit too... I've took it over one row, but that doesn't matter. What we'll do is we'll just put one more there, and then obviously we'll call that for this week. And then that week it gives us a lovely block to start off with, and hopefully we can find that colour there. So, yeah. Give it a nice little short one tonight. But yeah. Okay, so that one's there. So, yeah, a nice little short one. We filled in a little bit more of the gap there. But obviously, I don't want to do it too much longer, because obviously I'm supposed to be going live at 7:30. So, I do need to, you know, have a chill, kit up for that. But obviously, when you see this, that show would have already been done, because I'm filming before I've done that, if you get me. So, this has been filmed before I go live. But yeah, that's the thing with pre-records. We talk about things that are happening in the future. You know, like next week's vote or stuff like that. But that's looking really nice now, obviously. We're doing more of the blue sky. I can't wait to get into, like, the ship area, which is that part there. You know, get the light up, all these lights and that. That'd be pretty good. But that is Titanic for this week. As I said, this was pre-recorded because obviously we've had a little bit of a slight delay on the schedule this week. But the next show next week will be live. But if we turn this off, that is what it's looking like. It's looking really nice now, as you can see. It's got some really lovely dark blues in there, a little bit light blue. I like the way that this is light blue going down here, because it just segregates it a bit. And I like the fact that there's little specks of blue, you know, this light blue going in it as well. Just turn that on again, but that is what we're looking at. So yeah, I hope you like, and I really want to get down to that part there, which is this lovely iceberg. That's going to look nice. It's almost like a glow in the dark. I wonder if you can get, let me know if you can get, if anyone does diamond paintings, let me know if you can get a glow in the dark one, because I'd like to do a glow in the dark one. But yeah, that is that. We'll see you next week live for Titanic Friday next week, 7:30. Have a lovely evening ahead. Bye bye.